Welcome back, Solana holders. If you are new and you just clicked this video because you're interested in learning about Solana, well, you've come to the right place. Get excited because we're going to be talking about just Solana and overall the changes that has happened between 2020 and 2021 and the future outlook for Solana. So getting right into it. So today, as you can see here, Solana is priced at $44.62. Over the past 24 hours, the trading volume has been growing, which is kind of showing signs of more interest in Solana overall. So just to talk a little bit about what's been happening since January 1st. So as you can see on this graph, since January 1st, Solana has really grown. It's just in price, but also in ecosystem and platforms. And we're going to talk about that in a second. So given a quick review of 2020 and future outlooks from the team of Solana. So they mentioned their community was growing to over 650,000 people, right? And they also onboarded over 350 validators, which is now closer to 900. And over this, they have also partnered with so many other projects, Serum, Terra, Circle, Chainlink, amazing projects. Serum, the decentralized exchange, Chainlink, bridging the gap between different ecosystems, Ethereum, Solana, and more. And as you can see here, the ecosystem for Solana is really strong, really growing. The interesting thing I wanted to point out, if you're new here and you've kind of heard about a lot of different coins going around, you might have heard of SafeMoon, you might have heard of Dogecoin. The important thing I wanted to point out with these different cryptocurrencies, as you can see, Solana is really actually a utility ecosystem. As you can see, all of these different platforms in this ecosystem is literally feeding off of Solana. So as you can see, the use case for this cryptocurrency and blockchain Solana is very important because it powers a lot of other things to be able to happen within this ecosystem. As you can see, many different wallets, many different validators, and there are a lot of also decentralized exchanges or just regular exchanges as well. We have decentralized finance, and we just have a lot of different other applications being built on Solana. So the important thing that I wanted to point out with this graph and this picture really is just giving you an idea of how valuable the ecosystem actually is when there is utility behind it. So as we just mentioned, just over 100 project integrations, right? And we're talking DeFi, even just gaming, something very outside of what people would typically think cryptocurrency and blockchain could be used for, right? So just having that idea shows you the long-term value that Solana really does have. We mentioned over 350 validators being onboarded, and this is very important because the more validators in the network, the better it is overall long term. And 8.3 billion transactions, really amazing. It's being used, and that's what we really just want to see. We want to see this ecosystem to continue to grow, more people using it, and it actually being useful to the case where 8.3 billion transactions are going through it, right? So we have also 4.9 million unique Sol wallets, meaning there are more people catching on, understanding what Solana could be actually useful for in the future. And the other thing I wanted to mention is I really love the ecosystem and how they integrate the community. So they're trying to continue to build applications on top of Solana because of the fees and the insane speed of every transaction. It's very easy to scale. Relatively, I would say easier to scale than Ethereum. Don't quote me on that, but I think a lot of projects are starting to eye Solana as more enticing because of the insane transaction speed and insanely low fees, which is actually something I wanted to show you here. So just a quick example of Solana versus Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum. As you can see here, we are completing 50,000 transactions per second compared to Ethereum's 15 and Binance's 100. And as you can see, the fees are not even comparable. So the problem with Ethereum sometimes is when the network gets clogged up with a lot of transactions going on, what ends up happening is the fees end up going up because you end up having to pay priority for yours to go through first if you wanted to pay for, if whoever highest bidder wins, basically, is the system. The fees continue to go up for the people that want transactions to go through quicker. But as you can see here, Ethereum does have a very, very strong ecosystem with over 11,000 validators. So the foundation is already built out very, very strong. And this is only going to continue to improve. I see right here, I think this ecosystem is going to continue to grow. This is one of the most promising ecosystems out there that I can really think of. And I'm not the only one that thinks this. So as you can see that right here, 5 new funds are bringing $100 million to basically boost the growth of Solana. So they're trying to work on building projects, and that's the most exciting thing. It's not just the money, it's about the projects being built on top, because if there is a use case, the money is going to come because people are just using it. It's not just about the trading in the ecosystem. It's more so like we're using these to make transactions, we're using these to build applications, we're using this to for the actual use case for people to actually be a part of this. And 5 companies work to bring $100 million to basically continue to build key projects in Solana's blockchain. And a lot of this will be in the Chinese region, which is really interesting because it does this market, as we have to remember, is a very, very global market. So it's not just one country here. It's really, I especially value the fact that this is going to be very beneficial for a lot of people across the globe. So one other thing I wanted to mention here is NFTs. So NFTs have become really possible because of Ethereum, and because Ethereum has a system where they're able to store data into each of the cryptocurrencies in the blockchain. This powered NFTs, so non-fungible tokens, and basically it's a way for you to store metadata like videos, pictures, anything into a token and tokenize it, basically. And that token is going to represent whatever that is. So let's say you wanted to make the Mona Lisa art, right? And you're making a digital copy, and there's only one copy of this Mona Lisa digital copy you have, and you wanted to sell it on the NFT market. This is basically an open market where highest bidder wins, and you can set it at the price you want to sell it at. And as you can see, the cryptocurrency market and NFTs make it possible where your coin or your token is not going to be manipulated in any way by anybody, and not replicated, because you are the original owner and no one can fake that, because there's no way to fake it. So how does this relate to Solana? So basically, NFT market has grown to $2 billion in just 1 quarter alone. So as you can see, there's an insane amount of opportunity in this space. So $2 billion. And when we look at Solana's market cap currently is sitting at $12 billion. So that is a huge chunk of the current market cap that Solana has. It's very interesting because that goes to show the possibilities that NFTs could bring to Solana. And why does Solana actually have a chance, right? So there was a company, Burnt Finance. So basically this company came from a random anonymous person that basically burnt Banksy's art. Banksy's a famous artist, and he sold the NFT art of Burnt Banksy for a crazy amount of money, and basically created a company, Burnt Finance. And this company, Burnt Finance, is looking towards Solana for their NFT, looking and working with $3 million. So basically, because Solana has insanely fast transaction speed and insanely low fees, it's very, very rewarding for a lot of people in the NFT space especially. So this company is looking towards basically paving the path for Solana to become very, very active in the NFT space. And if that happens, as we saw here, in 1 quarter alone, it was $2 billion in sales. Imagine what that could look like if Solana actually builds on an NFT section inside of its ecosystem. So this is the coin that reminds me the most of Ethereum. And as we know, Ethereum is currently number 2 proof of stake company or cryptocurrency blockchain in the world. And right now, Solana is sitting at 17. My personal opinion, Solana has a long way to go, but I'm very excited to see the projects that they're working on and supporting and the ecosystem that they're building. Anyway, it was your boy Elijah, just bringing you some just quick updates and just talking to you really about what I see and what I think is a long-term, very valuable blockchain to keep in mind. If you like this video at all in any fashion, make sure you smash that like button and share with people that you think will find this also informative. Comment in the comment section, what do you think about Solana? Do you think Solana has a long way to go, or do you believe more in other coins? Let me know which coins or which cryptocurrency and blockchain you're passionate about in the comment section. Let me see if I also have some interest in them. Thank you for stopping by and watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe because you loved the video. It was your boy Elijah, and I will see you next time. Peace.
Don't speak to no one but the facts to the masses. Pouring out the deuce in an all black outfit.